Okay, so before we start actually working with all the documents in Unifield, I want to quickly go through all the steps that we'll be performing throughout this exercise. So we'll start, of course, with the need. Then we have to do some sourcing, which is identifying where do we get which items from. Then most likely we'll have to do some procurement, as in buying things. Then if we buy things, we have to receive them into our stock, and then we can finally do a delivery. So these are the final, the general 5 steps we have in the supply chain. So in this special case, we'll start with an internal request IR for soap, cups, spoons, blankets, jerry cans, and diesel. During the sourcing, we can take some items from stock, like the soap, and for others, we will have to create an order. So we will create one PO for cups and spoons to one supplier. We'll create an RFQ for blankets to another supplier. Then we'll create a PO for jerry cans and diesel to coordination. This will create an out, which is the document to deliver the items. In the documents you will see that not all items are available, which makes sense because only the soap is actually available to deliver at the moment. The other items will come as soon as we buy them and receive them into our stock. So example, for the first PO, we'll create an incoming shipment, which is basically a reception document. So as soon as we process this document, well, the line will become available in the system because it's visible in the system. The RFQ we have for the blankets, well, we'll find a supplier and get the prices, and then we will turn it into a PO. And this PO, as soon as we confirm it, will also create an incoming shipment, which when we receive it into the system, will also turn the availability of the line to available. The third PO is actually to coordination. For coordination, the flow is a bit different because as soon as we validate this PO, the information will be synchronized to coordination. It will create an FO, a field order, on coordination level with all the information we entered in the PO on project level. So this FO will also be sourced partly from stock for the diesel and partly on order for the jerry cans, which will create a PO. As soon as we've sourced all the items, the picking ticket will be created with some lines available, others not. So as soon as we confirm the PO for the jerry cans, it will create an incoming shipment on coordination level, and the lines in the picking ticket will become available. But also an incoming shipment on project level will be created, because now we know that items will actually arrive. So then after we've turned all the lines to available, we can start processing our picking ticket, which means picking all the items from the shelves in the store. So after the picking ticket, we'll have a packing list and a shipment document. Then via synchronization, all the information from the picking ticket and the shipment document will be synchronized to the project level. So in their incoming shipment, they will have all the correct products, quantities, and the date. Which will turn, once we process it on project level, the line will also become available and we can finally deliver our out. So you might think that this is all very complex and confusing, and I agree it might seem a bit intimidating in the beginning, but I'll guide you through all these steps in the system and in this exercise, so don't worry, and let's get started with the first step.